Welcome back. Today's video is all about what I think about hell. Of course, I'm talking about the Judeo-Christian slash Islamic, the Abrahamic God's version of hell that you've been hearing about your entire life and mine. Today, someone asked, is it stupid? Is hell stupid? And if so, why? And I'm like, well, certainly it's stupid. Of course it's dumb. Because it's not a fitting punishment for anything. I mean, we live, 80 years maybe, unless you're fat. And then you got, 55 good plus. And so you're going to tell me that all of the evil one could do in that lifetime, even if you dedicated every waking moment to doing something perceivably evil, harming other people in any way, murdering, raping, stealing, lying, whatever. You live for it. You breathe it. You are a sick, twisted fuck. And that's just how you roll. Okay? So, what people want is that when you die, you just go to hell, and then that's the end of it. But why does that make sense? It doesn't, because no matter what kind of evil you do, you have a finite amount of time in which to commit it. So you're talking about a finite amount of evil here, paid for with an eternity of even greater evil, because supposedly nothing is as bad as hell. So nothing you even do could even equal a moment, a minute, a second in hell is worse than any amount of evil comprehensible to the average human being. Nothing you do is worth that. Hitler, all these people wouldn't even deserve it. You know what I mean? Because a finite amount of wrongdoing cannot be paid for with a infinite amount of pain and suffering. And people get lifetime sentences and shit, but that's fine because one day you're going to die and your punishment's over. It's a finite punishment. They can't hold you for eternity. They may like to down here in the Bible Belt, but they can't just keep you forever. Well, God can. And that's why you really should, if anything, be completely afraid of this God, this kinder, loving God in the name of Jesus Christ. Sorry, bro, that's when it all got fucked, because if you don't believe in Jesus, you're going to go to hell. And that's the thing, you don't even have to do evil. You could otherwise be the greatest person this world has ever seen. You could have dedicated every moment of your life to doing good. Just like the other guy, he dedicated himself to evil. You could dedicate yourself to good. But at the end of the day, if on your deathbed, the last breath you breathe isn't, "Oh, Jesus, I accept you, Lord," you're fucked. Guess what? Move over, Hitler. We got a new guy coming in. Well, what did this one do? He didn't believe in Jesus. He thought it was goofy. And it is. And that's why I don't believe. And so, hell as a concept is in and of itself probably one of the greatest evils ever committed. Whatever dude was out there that sat down with his pen and paper and just thought, all right, how can I get these fuckers to believe this shit no matter what? Because as time goes on, it quickly becomes more and more just completely ridiculous. No one can believe this nonsense. Fiery talking bushes and shit. Talking snakes. Flaming chariots. Who's gonna believe this shit? So they gave us a reason to believe it. Because if you don't, you're going to hell forever. And don't think it's going to be kind of okay. It's seriously weak and crazy down there. You're going to be really hating life. You're not going to be having a good time. So yeah, to answer this question, yes, hell is stupid. And therefore God is stupid. And therefore, why do you even believe in any of it? Why? Let me ask you, why for real? I want some comments. I want some people to get involved and let me know that, because in the face of all of it, I just don't know why you buy it or lend it even a moment of your time. Because it's evil, man. Religion is fucked. So, that's all I had to say about that one. Again, I think the best thing we can do is just forget all about it. You want it to go away? People are quick to, well, those are people's beliefs. That's what they believe, like, as if that's supposed to make it all better. Like, we know the KKK believes a lot of shit. You know what I mean? It's what they believe. You know, put simply, just because you believe it doesn't mean it's anything that's worth believing or worth trying to talk to me about, because I don't want to hear it. I've already heard it. You know, there's no new explanation for this shit that you can throw at me that's going to make me go, well, okay then, this makes perfect sense now. Now I see. Everyone else just wasn't explaining it to me right. You know, why would you even want something that was eternal? You know, I'm glad I'm going to die one day. That's fine. Like, people are afraid of it, but like, okay, dude, whatever. You won't be around to bear the weight of the repercussion. You won't be out there just going, well, I'm dead, this sucks, I'm dead. No, you'll be gone. And that's fine. Like, none of this shit is worth living in forever, dude. Like, none of it. Alright? So when you introduce a God into it, he's going to give you just two options. His heaven or his hell. It's not going to be your idea of what heaven is or your idea of hell. Like, this ain't the Twilight Zone. Ray Bradbury isn't going to be out there somewhere scripting the perfect hell just for you. Afraid not. It's all one big fiery pit, and heaven is all just one big salam aleikum motherfucker, you know, singing the praise of God for eternity. Gag me with a goddamn dick. I don't want that. I don't want it, and nobody should want this. Nobody should sit back and go, that's great, I would love to spend eternity just fucking singing the praises of some God figure up there, and I won't even have any purpose for living. I'll just be this guy that's constantly, oh, Jesus. Sorry. Don't want it. So heaven sucks. Heaven's equally as silly. Hell is already been established as being lame. So what do you got left? You have nothing left. What happens when you die? One or two. A heaven you hate or a hell that you don't deserve. So, afraid not. I'd rather just stick with option B and say that neither of that happens, and when you die, you just die, because I've yet to see evidence for the contrary. I've yet to have anyone explain anything to me about any of this religious shit that has swayed my mind. I've been there. I've believed it. I can explain why you believe it. I can tell you why it's no longer worth it to believe it. But I'm going to save more of this for another video. This one, like I said, my thoughts on heaven and hell. Please like, share, subscribe, and keep the comments coming. I would really like to get involved and hear what some of you people have to say. Thanks very much. Peace.